Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Let us continue our discussion with Python. So we have seen various data structures and data types present in Python. So today we are going to see what are functions. So how do we utilize functions concept in Python and the way we write different types of functions. It can be user-defined functions or it can be built-in functions. So let's see how can we write them over in the Python console and how do we run it and make best use of it. Okay, so let me share screen quickly. So, I know what actually in general, what are functions? So, the functions are reusable blocks of code in order to perform a specific task. You might have heard of it, right? Just see. So, this is, the way we define function in Python. So, def keyword, def, and then the function name here, whichever function you want to perform. Okay. See, you want to do addition function, you want to do subtraction function, you want to multiply or maybe for example you want to exponentiate or you have different functions. Okay, so you just define the function name here and then you have to mention the parameters which is using. So your function can use multiple parameters. For example, you have heard of addition. Okay, you want a plus b. You want subtraction, you want to do a minus b or a times b for multiplication. So see, if you want to add two numbers, you need two numbers, right? So those two numbers are called as parameters. Okay, which is nothing but the inputs to the function. So whatever the inputs you want to your function, you just make just mention it inside the parenthesis so that they are called as parameters. So a comma b, a and b are the parameters, but they are not the actual parameters. Okay, here comes the function call. So here, just in the definition of a function means, it's just a skeleton. Like, how does it look like? What does it do? So it looks like this and it does the function of a plus b. That's it. So that's the function block. So this function block is really important because it helps our code to make it reusable. Okay. So reusable means we can call our function as many times as possible with different inputs. So ideally, if you don't use function, we need to write the program multiple times with the different inputs. But here, for example, here also a plus b, you need to pass 10 and 20 once, and I need to add 30 and 40 once. So I need to write the block of the code multiple times if I have a requirement of passing multiple inputs. So this addition is just an example. Okay. So here comes the function helps us in such a way it reduces that multiple execution of the blocks of the code so that it is helpful to avoid reusable. I mean, to avoid the multiple usage, it just uses for reusability. So here to increase the reusability, you just have to define the function. So def the function name and the parameters inside it. And then this is a function block. You can, mention whatever you want to perform. You want to put the logic inside it. You just put the logic inside it. And then return is really important because see, if I'm calling you somewhere, maybe for example, I'm calling you to come near a temple. So then you'll come near the temple, right? And definitely you have to go back to your home. So the returning is very important, right? So returning here is go back to the calling position. So whenever you have called a function a comma b and the operation is performed a plus b, and then in the function call, after the function is completed, the result should be returned to the function call. So where are you calling? So my sum is the function name. This is the name of the function I'm calling. So this is a function. See, everyone calls everyone by their names, obviously. So this is a function name. And what are the inputs to this function? Like, if you want to call this function, you need to mandatorily have these inputs. For example, see, you're calling your cousin, so you need to mandatorily have certain setup present, right? If you're calling for a party or for a celebration, you need to have certain like uh, certain objects, for example, for celebrations, you need to have it ready with you. So that's why they are mandatory. The arguments here which you are passing as an input to the function, they are mandatory here. So how many arguments are there? Two arguments are there, and they should be the number of parameters in the function definition also. So 10 comma 20 is the number of arguments. So two arguments are present. See, arguments is just a different name which I've given here. Okay. So parameters are something which is present in the function definitions. Okay. And the arguments are something which we call. We'll just, during the function call, I'll mention the argument actual values. Arguments are nothing but they are the actual values. So 10 and 20 are the actual values on which the operation will be performed. So this is that. Understood the skeleton, right? Let's go back. So we just, making the programs readable, efficient, and a function definition, we use def keyword and parenthesis, function with parameters, and this is how the definition looks like. So this is also the name of the function without parameters. See, without parameters can also be possible, but while calling the function also, I don't need to worry about passing any parameters. So passing the parameter means here 10 and 20, I'm passing the parameters from here. And whenever the function call happens, or the function call happens, it goes to the def line and it executes the block of code present here with the input of 10 and 20. What happens here? 10 will be assigned to A, 20 will be assigned to B. So this is like orderly, it will make assignment. Okay. So 10 will be assigned to A and 20 will be assigned to B. So 10 plus 20. That's it. So that is with parameters. This greet is without parameters. So how do you call a function? Simply like this, greet. You just can call a function like this. Let us define one function, greet, without any parameters. So now okay, there is a function. It's just printing one line. That's the task of this function greet. Okay. So I want to call it, and while calling, I cannot pass any parameter. I mean, passing means I cannot call the name of the function with any parameters inside it. Okay, it's connecting to the console. See, once I call this function greet, it provides you welcome to functions. If I don't call function, what happens? Let's see. Nothing happens, right? So here I've just defined a function here, and but there is no use. I mean, we have to call a function to get a output. So that's really important. Whenever we have implemented function, if you require logically, we have to call the functions. So that's about functions. Okay, let's pass on different function. Add, yeah, add numbers. Num1 and num2 will be parameters. So there is a colon here, observe that. And let's perform the addition. After that, let us return the result. Okay, I don't want to print here itself. I just want to return the result. Okay, first of all, if I want to run this, I need to call. So I am calling the function. with these two inputs. So these are nothing but arguments. 2 and 3 are the actual values or the arguments for the function. And okay, I can directly print here, but let's see, let's hold the result in this. So whenever you call this function, whatever you got it in return, the result you got it in return for this line. See, you call this function, the console goes to here and it executes whatever inside the function. And after return, it comes back to the function call line. So here it comes back to this and the result which comes back here, which will be assigned to this variable, which is important to understand the flow. Okay. So once it assigns to the result value, let's print that. That's it. 2 and 3 added and result is printed. Easy. So that's how the function with parameters and without parameters worked. Past statement, it's just a placeholder for future. That means I can just mention pass anywhere. Doesn't affect anything related to logic. It is just I can add a block of code in the future to the pass. Wherever I mention pass, I can add a block of code in the future. So that's why it is important. Let's see the built-in functions. Print directory of built-ins. Let's see. I'm just checking from here, okay? See, built-in functions are nothing but they are inbuilt in Python, okay? So during the programming languages, in any programming languages, there will be certain built-in keywords, built-in functions, which are already coded during the development of the programming language. So built-in function means they are readily available for you and you just can make use of it, okay? So you just you have ordered a pizza and it is delivered to you. You just have to eat it. There is nothing else, right? So that's why. So actually user defined functions means you have to have your dough and some vegetables, and you have to have all the ingredients for pizza making, and you need to prepare the pizza by your own. So that is how it is for user defined functions. We need to define everything, and that's what I did here, right? Add numbers. So this is a user defined function. I mean, I am the user. I have defined this function. So in this way, this is good. This is working good. And you built in means it's already built in. I just have to know the syntax and the name of the function, and I can make it applicable for any of the data types or data structures. We have the list data structure. Earlier we have implemented length of the list or sorting the list or ascending order, descending order. So we had done a lot of built-in functions for list actually. Similarly, print is also one of the built-in function outputs to the console. Length is the another built-in function to get the length of the list. And type, we know that. Why do we use type? Remember from the first few sessions? So which is nothing but understanding the data type and getting the data type of the string or the text, anything. So next is integer conversion, type conversion, maximum and minimum, maximum present over there, minimum present over there. Sum means adding all the elements in the list. So input function, we know that input is to take input from the user, and a print again, that print. So all these are some of the examples of the built-in functions, okay? So, okay, print directory of built-ins. Okay, let's see that. I think there is a mistake in the grammar. Built-ins. Okay, we need to import the built-ins. Okay. Okay, got it now. So this is the built-ins library. I have imported that, and which are present there. See, these are all the built-in errors are present, exception is present, and float, help, input function is there, len function is there, list function is there, map, maximum, minimum. So all the functions are present over there. Open is for file opening. Set is again another function. Sorted, string, super, sum. So these are all the built-in library. This is how we can get to know the list of built-in libraries present in Python. So we know that type conversion, right? Integer to convert it into integer, float to convert it into float, string to convert it into string, list also, tuple also, set also, dictionary also same. Okay, mathematical functions, we can have a look at it. X is equal to -3, print ABS, absolute of X, 3. So whenever we want only the positive value of a number, I use absolute function. Even though the number is negative, I get it as a positive number. Power function also, we know that X is equal to 3 and Y is equal to 2. Print power of X comma Y. So 3 X to the power Y. This is okay. So X to the power Y, 3 to the power 2, which is 9. Rounds the number to n decimal places. Let us round it to 2 decimal places only. So here this is a round function. So X is the input number which is to be rounded off. So 2 decimal places. So this number will be rounded off to 2 decimal places. So 3.14 will be coming here. Maximum minimum sum, I think you know that already. Four is the maximum. One is the minimum. Length of the list, so returns the length of any object. Range generates a sequence of numbers that we know, right? Print range of 0 to 2, all the numbers. If I want to print it in that way, for I in range 0 to 3, print I 0, 1, 2, right? The last number will not be taken. So we have used range multiple times. Enumerate also. If I want to give a number to any data type, okay. See, what happened here is X is another list which has created by enumerating the list one. Okay. So for this first element, it has given 0 index. Second element, it has given 1 index. Third, it has given second index. Fourth, it has given third index. So it's just added one number as an index number. So you know the index numbers you have seen in Excel files, right? Wait. There are no numbers. So you have seen like this, no, some insurance document. So you have your column name. This is nothing but index. So these are the actual values. Data will be present in the values, but these column names are considered as index numbers. So for this index numbers, we can use enumerating. See, it is not usually used for list in list. Actually, list is indexable already. So if I want to index set data structure, I can use enumerate. So many times we use it. Let us see zip ones. See, zip is to combine. Okay. So here names is one list here. Ages is the another list. So I need to combine them. So whenever I need to combine them, put it together. So then which I use zip function. Zip names, comma, ages. See, name and ages here. Name and age. Name and age. So the thing is, in both enumerate as well as in zip, we need to see the output, then we need to convert it back to the sequence, because zip and enumerate works only with sequential data, list or set or tuple or dictionary. So whenever we want the output to be seen, otherwise it is showing as, it is stored in the memory location. But we don't want the memory location. We want the actual output. Then we just have to convert it back. See here, I'm just checking. See, all and any we don't use normally, but if we use it, we will check for conditions, okay? Whether all the elements are list or all the elements in the list are numbers or strings. So if I have any condition to check, then I'll use all and any. Actually, not this one. Let us not take this up, okay? Just Okay, so here actually this example looks good. So we have a list, okay? So it has true, true, and true. So as I mentioned, all means all should be true, okay? So here you go. All means, for example, if we have all the elements present in this list are true, are coming to be true, it can be true or it can be having a logic which is resulting true, okay? So if that is the case, then we are just checking with all of list of booleans and we are getting the result, okay? So for example, list one or we'll just mention a condition x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 6, okay? Condition 1, x greater than y. Condition 2, x less than y. So then, see. So print all of cond1 and cond2. So now I'm checking if all are true or not. So returns true if all elements are true. Okay. Any means return true if any of the element is true. So it applies or logic, it applies and logic. All applies and logic. So, see, this x greater than y, 4 is greater than 6 is false. I mean, the output will be false. You know the comparator operators, the output will be false. And then this x less than y, so that's true. So here one condition is true and one condition is false. So when one condition is true and other condition is false, if you are applying all here function, built-in function, I'm getting false. So if I'm applying any instead of all, I'll get true because any means any of the condition can be true, then the output will be true. See? So that's the difference between all and any. Sorted and reversed we have used in list. Open and close we can will see in file handling. Okay. So user defined, it's nothing but we create the function by ourselves and we just follow a certain syntax here, function name, parameters, function body, return value. Actually, okay, let's see the default parameters later, okay? Once we understand it. Or else let's see type of parameters. See, different types of parameters are there, which are, see, first see default parameters. See, default parameters are nothing but the values to the parameters by default. Even though I don't mention the parameter value when function call, the parameter default parameters will be assigned to it. That is nothing but default parameters. Okay, I'll see better examples in the next video. So keyword arguments and different types of keyword arguments also we'll see in the next class only with better examples. Okay, so I hope let's end it for now for this video. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye. Thank you.